Your pipeline is not strong, it just hasn't been challenged yet. You sit in the pipeline review, coverage looks healthy, but you already know some of those deals are no longer real. They are still sitting there, still helping the coverage number, still making the pipeline look healthier than it is. That's the trap. Because a pipeline can look strong and still give leadership the wrong picture. And when that happens, the business doesn't just carry bad deals. It carries fake confidence. I'm Jelena and this is AI4Sales Edge, where we explain how AI is changing the way B2B companies make revenue decisions. Here is what is really happening. In many companies, nobody clearly owns the authority to say this deal is no longer real. Take it out of qualified pipeline. Stop planning around it. That's opportunity authority. And without that, inflated pipeline becomes a protected number. Most companies think pipeline risk means not enough pipeline. That is only half the story. The other risk is pipeline that looks bigger than the truth. Because once too many questionable deals stay qualified, coverage starts giving comfort it hasn't earned. Leadership feels protected, sales feels covered, managers keeps reporting the number. But the number is no longer telling the truth. That is why inflated pipeline is dangerous. Not because it looks bad, because it looks good. It hides risk behind the bigger number. Now, this is the part almost every sales leader has felt. There is a deal in a stage that should probably be challenged. The next meeting slipped, the senior stakeholders never joined, the champion is quieter, procurement is still nowhere, the momentum is gone. Everyone can feel it, but the deal stays. Why? Because removing it creates pain immediately. Coverage drops, the manager loses protection, the rep loses volume, leadership gets a number they do not want to see. So instead of asking, is this still a real opportunity, the business starts asking, can we afford to lose it? This is where the logic gets corrupted. And that's exactly where opportunity authority comes in. Opportunity authority is simple. Who has the authority to say this deal is no longer real and act on it? Not update CRM, not keep it alive. Who can remove it from qualified pipeline when the evidence no longer supports it? Who has the authority to protect pipeline truth? Because if nobody clearly owns that call, bad deals do not live when they should. They stay alive by default. And this is exactly why this keeps happening. The system is rewarding the wrong thing. This is not just sales discipline problem. It's a KPI issue. Most teams are measured on pipeline creation, coverage, volume, quota protection, fine. But where is the KPI for removing deals that no longer belong? Where is the reward for protecting qualification quality? Usually, there is none. So the behavior is predictable. People protect what the KPI protects. And if KPI protects volume, volume gets protected, even when the underlying opportunity no longer deserves to stay there. That is why inflated pipeline is often not random. It's a system outcome. And you can see that system outcome clearly when one deal starts to change shape. A deal entered pipeline for the right reason. The first conversation was strong. There was interest, business case was clear, the team moved it forward, then the pattern changed. The next meeting slipped twice, no senior decision maker joined, the champion stopped creating momentum, the deal stayed in stage, but the deal stopped behaving like a real buying process. At that point, the problem was no longer visibility, the problem was decision. Who had the authority to reclassify it? Who could exclude it from qualified pipeline? Who could stop leadership from planning around it as it was still real? Nobody acted. So the deal stayed and the pipeline stayed inflated. And that is exactly why coverage can look strong while decision quality is already breaking underneath it. And executives love coverage ratio. 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. But those numbers only matter if the deal inside them are still credible. Because 4 times of what? 4 times of real buying intent? or 4 times of pipeline nobody had the authority to challenge. That's the difference. An inflated pipeline doesn't reduce risk. It pushes risk under the surface and makes leadership feel safe for longer than they should. That is why a team can feel covered right before the quarter turns. The number looked strong, the judgment inside it wasn't. And this is exactly where AI makes the problem easier to see, but not easier to solve. AI changed one thing very clearly. Now, the signals are harder to ignore. It can spot lower engagement, missing stakeholders, long stage duration, probability drop. So visibility is improving, but visibility is not the same as decision. AI can tell you a deal is losing shape. Yes. It cannot decide, reclassify it, exclude it, stop counting that it's a real deal. That still depends on authority. AI gives the business a clear picture. Authority decides whether the business is willing to act on what it can already see. And this is where qualification problem becomes a management problem. It gives the business the wrong picture. When opportunity authority is weak, the cost is not just one missed deal. The whole management picture starts to go wrong. An inflated pipeline doesn't protect the business. It delays the truth. Time stay trapped in deals that are already lost. Managers keep reviewing opportunity that should no longer exist. Leadership plans the business on number that won't hold. So the problem isn't pipeline size. It's that the pipeline is no longer real. And when the number finally corrects, it doesn't adjust gradually. It collapses. Leadership should stop asking only, do we have enough pipeline? That question is too shallow. They would rather ask, how much of our qualified pipeline would survive a serious review today? That's the number that matters. Because a smaller pipeline built on evidence is worth far more than the big one built on protection, hope, and KPI survival. So here is the real question. When the evidence turns, who has the authority to reclassify or exclude the deal before fake confidence gets built into the pipeline? Because if no one owns that decision, the pipeline is not just a growth asset. It's also a protected number. And protected number is a dangerous thing to run the business on. Subscribe to AI4Sales Edge. Real stories, real results, no fluff.